Hi, Leo Bray here. On behalf of Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center in Palm Springs, we're at Jackie Lee Houston Plaza, behind the convention center, not on Avenida Caballeros, the other side of the building. And because we can't be in Ruth Hardy Park for a while, because they're redoing the grass. Please visit us online at urbanyoga.org or Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center on Facebook to check out our schedule of daily classes and visit the tip jar where you can make donations to support our classes that are available in person 4 days a week, Thursday through Sunday morning, every day on Zoom, and later on YouTube. Have people here live with me in person. Maybe somebody will join on Zoom. Maybe I'll just talk to you folks in the camera. And usually we start out in some quiet stillness. It's a little chilly out here this morning. Everybody's standing. I'm not going to ask them to sit or lie down. So we have a warmer start. So I like to think of, speaking of redoing the grass, the sprinklers. It's my favorite simple warm start. Let your arms hang and twist gently back and forth. Really let the weight of your arms just hang. Let them slap against you. And this will stimulate some circulation too. These gentle impacts. Don't beat yourself up. Opening the shoulders and the hips and getting some spinal twist action. So often we start by letting the breath slow down and get deeper. Here we're starting to speed up the breath. Different ways of entering practice. If you practice with little yogis, they prefer the faster starts too. Don't try to get children to sit quiet and still at first. You got to wear them out, and then they'll get quiet and still. And just let the movement slow down gradually, get smaller. Inhale your arms out and up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale out and up overhead. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms to the sky, and look up at your hands, lift up your heart. Inhale, bring yourself upright. Exhale, bend to the left. Feel for length through both arms and try not to pick your right heel up. Stay anchored in both feet. Inhale, come up to center. Exhale, bend to your right. Keep the left heel down. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, let your hands come down. Lift your left shoulder towards your ear. Shift it back. Let it down. Right shoulder up, back, down. Inhale, reach straight out to the sides. As you exhale, reach for your shoulder blades and hug yourself, or come to eagle arms if you like. Intertwine your arms, maybe press palms together if that's doable for you. If you're an eagle, then move your elbows and your hands forward and up, opening the space between the shoulder blades even more. On an inhale, spread your wings. Exhale, cross your arms the other way. Reach for those shoulder blades or take your eagle. Inhale, open up. Exhale, twist to the left. Take a full breath or two. Inhale, face front. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, face front. Exhale, let your arms come down. Pausing for a sip of the water. So it's chilly out here, but being in the full sun, it only took that much movement to make me thirsty. You take a drink whenever you need to. You don't have to wait for me to do it. Inhale your arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, back to standing, hands overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down. Make your way to a plank. We'll take a few breaths in the first plank. Find a nice long plank shape. Hips coming down in line with shoulders and heels, or shoulders and knees. If your knees are down, opting for a shorter plank, which of course you're welcome to do anytime we come to plank. With an exhale, slowly come down all the way. Keep your elbows in close. Press into your hands. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Maybe just a low cobra. Listen to your low back. Take the height of heart opener that's right for you each time. That's as high as my back wants me to go right now. Exhale, rock back. Curl your toes under. Press into your feet to lift your knees. Press into your hands to lift your tail. Downward facing dog. Pedal your feet up and down. I simultaneously got distracted and started to shout as a noisy pickup truck went by. Pedal your feet up and down, finding length in the back of the body. Heels getting closer to the ground. Noisy truck recedes into the distance. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step your feet forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, come down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Camera placement error, chopping the top of my head off. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down. Step back to your plank. I'm going to move my setup while you do that. When you're ready, from your plank, exhale, lower, maybe just halfway this time. Inhale, bring your heart forward, cobra, maybe upward dog if you're ready for it. Exhale, back and up to downward dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, down again. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down. Step back to plank. If your arms get tired, you can go right from plank to down dog. Otherwise, exhaling, lower. Inhaling, open your heart. Exhale, back and up. Inhale, lift your left leg up high. Keep the leg long and stack your hips. Left hip above right hip. Look under your left arm. Square your hips down. Exhale, draw your knee towards your left elbow. Take a breath. Inhale, reach your leg high. Exhale, draw your knee towards your nose, round your back, and plant your foot between your hands, runner's lunge. Come up on your fingertips. Inhale, reach forward, reach up, crescent lunge. Think of dropping an anchor from your pelvis to the ground. If you're a little wobbly, maybe adjust the placement of your feet so you're less wobbly. Adjust the placement of my shades so I can see. Gonna rock in the hips and move our arms. Exhale, sink forward, lower your arms, palms turn down. Inhale, glide back, reach up, palms turn towards each other. The movement in the leg can be as big or small as you want. If the high lunge becomes too much, you might drop the back knee down. You can do the same movement in your hips with the back knee on the ground. So know that's there. Adjust anytime. From the top of the movement, we'll twist, reach your left hand forward, reach your right hand back. Come back through center, maybe hands at heart for steadiness, and twist to the left. Right hand forward, left hand back. Come back through center. Bring your hands down. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Step back to your plank. Exhaling, lower. Inhale, bring your heart forward. Exhale, back and up. Inhale, raise your right leg. Stack your hips and look under your right arm. Square your hips down. Exhale, draw your knee towards your right elbow. Take a breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, draw your knee towards your nose, round your spine, plant your foot between your hands. Come up on your fingertips. Inhale, reach forward, reach up, steady yourself. When you're ready, when you're steady, exhale, sink. Inhale, rise. 7 or 8 times. Follow your breath. Maybe you're going faster than me. Maybe your breaths are shorter, maybe your breaths are longer. Inhale and exhale. And from the top, let's twist to the left. Come through center and twist to the right. Come through center. Bring your hands down. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, come down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale up. There's a little break coming up. I hear you huffing and puffing. Exhale, down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down. Step back to plank. Go right to down dog, or if you like, exhale, lower. Inhale, open your heart. Then exhale back to down dog. Let's take 3 deep cleansing breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth with a sigh. Let your knees down and make your way to child's pose. Let your breath take over. Vary your child's pose however you like. Maybe it's totally passive, maybe it's more active. Walk your hands over to the left. Let your head track with your arms. Maybe even stack your right hand on top of your left. And lift your right hip, send it away from those hands on a nice, like a line diagonal. Allow that stretch to relax. Walk your hands back through center and over to the right. Maybe stack your left hand on top of your right hand. Lift your left hip, send it away from your hands. Relax. Walk your hands back to center. Inhale, come forward up onto your hands and knees. Inhale. Exhale, look for your left heel. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, look for your right heel. Do a couple more times for each side. Inhaling to center. Exhaling, look over your shoulder. And come back to center. Curl your toes under. Press into your feet to lift your knees. Press into your hands, lift your tail. Inhale, lift your left leg high. This time, bend your knee and then stack your hips. Here, you might flex your foot and make circles with your knee. Or if you like, you might flip, reaching hips and left hand to the sky. If you flip nice and softly, flip back and square your hip down. Exhale, draw your knee towards your right elbow and take a breath. Inhale, reach your leg up. Exhale, draw your knee forward and plant your foot between your hands. Spin your right foot down, ground into the outer edge of your foot. Tense your fingers. Inhale, reach forward, reach up. Warrior one. Find that warrior one. Adjust the placement of your feet. Grounding into the ball of the left foot, outer edge of the back foot. Turn your pinkies towards each other. Bring your elbows down to your rib cage. Lower your forearms parallel to the ground. Keep your elbows in close. Inhale, slide your hands apart. Exhale, bring them to the front. A couple more times. Inhale and exhale. Good. Bring your hands up and together in front of you like this. If you're indoors, maybe point it where the wall meets the ceiling. Exhale, bow towards your knees, sweep your hands back. Inhale, sweep forward, stand up. Two more times. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise. Bring your arms out and behind you. Clasp your hands. Draw your knuckles towards the ground. Lift your heart to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, bow towards the knee once more. Maybe reach your hands up away from your body. If that's too much, let your hands rest on your back. Release your hands. Inhale, sweep forward and up again. Bring your hands to your hips. Pivot your back foot open, perpendicular to the front foot. Slide it in line behind the front foot. Turn your shoulders square above your hips. Reach your arms to the sides. Warrior two. Look over your left fingertips. You want to bend in the left knee, back leg long and strong, still grounding in the ball of the front foot, outer edge of the back foot. Inhale, rotate your palms up. Exhale, rotate forward, down, back. A few more breaths. If it helps you get more rotation in the shoulders, you can bend your elbows. Maybe you can feel your shoulder blades. Slide down, slide up. Wonderfully mobile things, shoulder blades. It's helpful sometimes. Take a look at that backhand and just see if it's lined up with the front one. Sometimes the backhand is out there or out there, and if you don't have a screen or a mirror, you don't know it. Turn the front palm up. We'll reverse warrior. Inhale, tip back, reach up. Right hand comes to rest lightly on the right leg. Might also come to the right hip for support or slide across the low back in a half bind. Left hand up above your face. Breathe deep into that left side. Reverse warrior. Exhale, tip forward, left forearm lightly to left thigh, reach the right arm forward overhead. Don't dump all your weight into this arm and this leg, just let it gently touch. Make some circles with the top arm if you like. If you want, you can play with extending the bottom arm forward or to the side. Lower body staying still, core engaging more there. If that arm's extended, bring it back. Let's do a dancing warrior between side angle here and reverse warrior like this. Lower body stays still. Inhale, reverse, tip back, reach up. Exhale, tip forward, reach forward, side angle. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, dance back. Exhale, dance forward. And from here, let's come back up to warrior two. Inhale, warrior two. I should shift for my camera here. We'll do another dance to gentle warrior from warrior two, like this. Inhale, straighten the left leg, raise your arms, turn your head 90 degrees to the right. Gentle warrior. Exhale, lower your arms, turn your head to the left, bend your knee. Warrior two. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Two more. Good. Then straighten the front leg most of the way. Keep a little bend in that knee. Set up for triangle. Draw the right hip back. Slide the left hand forward. Tip. Left hand down. Right hand up. Big, deep breaths. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Inhale. Reach your left hand forward. Stand. Left hand to left hip. Pivot onto the ball of your right foot and step forward. And I need a drink before we do all that on the other side. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down. Step back to plank. Go from plank to down dog, or if you like, exhale lower. Inhale to bring your heart forward. Then exhale back and up to down dog. Inhaling, raise your right leg. Bend your knee. Stack your hips. Flex your foot and circle your knee. Or flip if you prefer. Or maybe do a bit of both. If you flip nice and gently, flip back. Square your hip down. Exhaling, draw your knee towards your left elbow and take a breath. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, draw your knee towards your nose, round your back, plant your foot between your hands. Turn your left heel down, ground into the outer edge of your foot, tent your fingers. Inhale, reach forward, reach up, settle into your warrior one. Hands on my arm, not gonna panic, it's just one. Draw your elbows down to your rib cage. Lower your forearms parallel to the ground. We've had some fire ants attacks. It's been a while. Inhale, slide your hands apart. Exhale, bring them forward. The reason we're not on the grass, I didn't think anyone would come and find me on the pavement. So far as one random ant appeared on my arm. Maybe he jumped out of a tree. Bring your hands up and together. Exhale, bow, reach back. Inhale, reach forward and up. Two more times. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, warrior one, variation. Let your hands come out behind you. Interlace the fingers the opposite way, the counterintuitive way, the way that feels weird. Inhale, lift your heart. Reach your knuckles towards the ground. Exhale, bow towards your knee. Maybe lift your hands away from you. Maybe let them rest on your back. What does your body want? Release your hands. Inhale, reach forward and up. Bring your hands to your hips. Pivot your left foot open. Slide in the line behind your right foot. Settle into your warrior two feet, warrior two legs. Strongest pose in the lower body. Strongest standing pose in the lower body, warrior two. Reach your arms to the sides, look over your right fingertips. Inhale, rotate, palms up. Exhale, rotate forward. Inhale, exhale. Then turn just your left palm up, reverse warrior. Inhale, tip back, reach up. Exhale, tip forward, reach forward, find your first side angle pose for this side. If you like, circle your left arm, rock that, shoulder open. If you like, play with extending your right arm forward or to the side. Bring the bottom arm in if it's extended. 3 rounds of breath, dancing warrior. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale and exhale. Let's inhale up to warrior 2. That's the gentle warrior. Inhale, glide up. Exhale, glide down. And straighten the right leg most of the way. Draw your left hip back. Slide your right hand forward and tip to find your triangle. Bring your left hand onto your left hip. Inhale, reach your right hand forward and stand. Bring your right hand onto your right hip. Pivot onto the ball of your left foot and step forward. Yes, we all wobble sometimes. Sometimes I fall. Class isn't over yet. I still have time to fall. Class is about half over if you're wondering. He's going to push me over. No. All right, we're going to play with some balancing. Maybe standing on one leg. For the folks at home, you're welcome to step over to the wall or a piece of furniture for support if you want. Folks out here, I don't know, these trees have a lot of large rocks around the base. You can't really lean on a tree here like you can in Ruth Heidi Pack. Hands at your heart. From what I've just seen, I don't think anyone will need to lean on a tree here on the plaza. Set your eyes on something at eye level that's not going to move and shift your weight from one leg to the other. When you're ready, bring the weight into your left leg. Don't lock the knee. Let it stay soft and responsive. Raise your right knee. Maybe your thigh comes parallel to the ground. Like opening a door, bring your knee to the side. Bring your foot to your leg. Might be foot on the ground, heel on the ankle, sole on the calf or on the thigh. Please never on the knee. And this is just one way to come into this pose, of course. Several different ways of entry to tree. Your hands might stay there, or the branches of your tree can go anywhere you want. And anytime, you might let your foot down and pick it up again. It may be a choice. It may just slip. Sometimes the body will decide for you. It doesn't matter how many times you start over. And maybe there's breeze in your branches, or maybe your tree is more still. You can do whatever you want with those hands and those arms. They're your branches. Bring your hands back to your heart if they're elsewhere. Pivot your knee forward. Set your foot down. Shake the left leg. Shake anything you want. Usually the left leg needs it. Some of us like to do a quick little dance. Shake my face. Have to be careful not to shake the earbuds loose. When you're ready, hands at your heart. Reset your eyes. Reset your feet and your hips. Shift back and forth. Whenever you're ready, let the weight come into your right leg. Lift the left knee. Open the gate of the hip. Bring your foot to your leg. Let your arms find their expression. And there's no rush. I came into that more quickly than I did on the other side. No particular reason. Make sure you're breathing all the trees need air, regardless of shape. When you're ready, bring your hands back to your heart. Pivot your knee forward. Let your foot down. Shake things out. Time for another drink for this yogi, standing in the sun. Glad I didn't go with the black top, even hotter. It's gotten quite warm, yeah. What's up? Oh no, she's got ants on her blanket. No, I had that one random ant. Folks at home, we hope you have no ants. May the ants be elsewhere. Going to play with another balance that starts the same way. Hands at the heart. Shift back and forth. Bring the weight to your left leg. Raise the right knee. We're not just going to do tree again, though. Cross your ankle above your left knee and turn your right knee towards the ground. Flex your right toes towards your shin. Pressing your hands together into your sternum, keeping your spine long. Release in the front of your left hip and the back of your left knee, like you're going to sit down on a bench with your legs crossed. And I don't know how high your bench is. Just see where it goes. Think about your elbows approaching your knee and your foot. And maybe they just approach. Maybe something touches down. When you do touch like that, it's nicely steadying. But just see how far your hips want to go. Checking out the journey, not worrying about the destination. You can think about a destination, not something to force. If you're down low, as you inhale and straighten the left leg to stand, you might hold the right leg and hoist it like that, because that feels really nice in your hips. Shake it out. It looks funny too. Looks like you just attached your leg. And the first time I saw someone do that, I said, oh my gosh, I'll never be able to do that. Shift your weight side to side. There was some incredibly thin, very Gumby-like teacher, and I was a student struggling to do half of what she was doing, including that. When you're ready, bring the weight to your right leg. Pick up your left knee. Cross your ankle. Dial the left knee down. Flex the left toes up. Release. Pressing your hands together into your sternum draws energy to the midline and steadies the posture, steadies the transitioning. Sometimes we hold our breath. It never helps. It's just this thing we do. And it's always an exploration. I never know how low I'm going to go until I'm doing this. So here, we have elbow on knee, but not on foot. And that's just what we have. And yes, if you get low, you might bring your hands to the ground like our friend over here is doing, or to some blocks. Different variations. There's the other elbow. When you're ready, inhale, straighten the right leg. Release, shake, shake. Yes, no longer chilly. It was chilly at 8:15, at 8:53. Not chilly. Let's have a seat. Have a drink and then have a seat. Extend your legs in front of you, flex your feet back towards you. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold down over your legs. If your knees want to bend, just let them bend. As you inhale, think of the crown of your head reaching forward. As you exhale, think of lowering a bit more. Inhaling, walk your hands up the front of your legs and sit up. Let your arms help your legs open out to whatever degree they can, the edge of your comfort zone. Yes, if you're on a mat, a lot of people like to turn, use the mat the other way so they stay on the mat. I'm doing this funny angle so I can see the folks here and be considerate of the camera work. Walk your hands down your legs to wherever you can. Maybe it's knees, shins, maybe it's ankles, maybe it's feet. Maybe you're hypermobile and you're about to put your head on the ground. That is today's, I'll never be able to do that, but maybe someday I will. He looks like he could nap in that position. Move your left hand over by your right hand and take a couple breaths. Open your right arm to the side, turn your head, follow your hand. Rotate your hand, turn your thumb down. Bend your elbow, bring the back of your hand towards your left hip and peel your right shoulder back. Extend your arm again, undo that rotation, and slide that right hand back over by the left hand. Take a couple breaths. Slowly bring your left hand back over to your left foot or left leg. And then bring your right hand over by your left hand. Open your left arm to the side, turn your head, look for your hand. Turn your thumb down, bend your elbow, reach across towards your right hip, and peel your left shoulder back. Extend your arm, undo the rotation of your hand, slide that left hand back over by the right hand. Bring your right hand back over to the right leg or right foot. And walk your hands up your legs. Sit yourself up. Use your arms, nudge your legs towards each other. Bring the soles of your feet together. Leave a big space between your heels and your pelvis. If there's room to do so, slide your hands under your ankles and grab the ground. If there isn't room for that, we're all built differently, reach over your ankles and grab the ground. Either is fine. Walk your hands forward, grab the ground, use traction of your arms to bring yourself down into this pretzel-y shape. Let your neck disengage, let your head drop. Breathe into the center of your lower back. Slowly walk your hands back, press yourself up to a seat. Draw your heels in as close as you can. Soles of the feet stay together. Grab your toes, wriggle on your seat, tilt your pelvis forward. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, spine long at first. See how far the long spine will go. And when it stops lowering, let the head lower. Breathe into your hips. Inhale, slowly sit up. Bring your hands to your knees. Let your arms lift your knees towards each other. Plant your hands on the ground, outside your hips. Wiggle your feet further apart and let your knees go back and forth to whatever degree they want to go. If your knees don't touch the ground, don't worry about it. There was a time when my knees wouldn't go this far. How much openness you can find in your hips varies day to day. Over time, the range itself shifts. So some days my hips open more than others, but both the low end and high end of the range has shifted a lot in 6 years of daily practice. Everyone's experience is different. Maybe 6 years sounds like a long time. Maybe you're laughing at that. It's like, you've only been practicing for 6 years? Bring your feet in closer. We'll come down and set up for bridge. Set your feet this far apart, 2 fists apart. Hands behind you, scoot towards your heels. Come onto your forearms. Come onto your back. So you wind up lying on your back, heels as close to your butt as they'll go. And first, a regular bridge pose before we do a little variation. Press into the soles of your feet. Inhale, lift your hips towards the sky. If you want further opening here in the heart region, you could wriggle your shoulder blades towards each other, clasp your hands under you, and reach your knuckles towards your heels. If you're clasping your hands, unclasp them and exhale, slowly lower down. And for 4 or 5 breaths, float up and down at your own pace. Inhale to go up and exhale to go down. After you land again, pause and some variation. Now cross your left ankle above your right knee. Figure 4 shape with your legs like we were just doing in our last standing balance. And we're going to do a modified bridge here, just using one leg to lift up and lower down. So press into the sole of the right foot. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, lower your hips. And do that a few more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. If you want, you might pause at the top for an additional breath or 2. Maybe that feels good. Maybe that seems crazy. Next time you lower, pause and switch the cross of your leg. Right ankle over left knee. When you're ready, explore the variation of bridge on that side. Press into that left foot. Inhale, lift those hips. Exhaling as you lower. Inhaling as you go up. After you lower again, pause, uncross your legs. Draw your knees towards your chest, hug your knees. Rock and roll on your back, massage it against the ground. And we'll do our twist our last twist with crossed knees. So cross your left knee over your right knee. If that doesn't work for you, you could just cross your ankle over your knee again. Reach your arms out to the side. Let your legs go to the right and turn your head to the left. Try to keep your shoulders on the ground. Don't fret about how far your legs go. Let your breath bring you out. Come slowly back to center and switch the cross of your legs and twist the other way. Come on back up to center. Uncross your legs. Draw your knees towards your chest. Reach your feet towards the sky. Reach your hands up. Take hold of your legs or your feet and play with bending and straightening your limbs. Exploring movement in happy baby pose. If there's some other inversion you'd like to do, feel free to do it. Lots of fun ways to elevate your feet and your legs higher than your heart. Maybe you like shoulder stands. Maybe you like plow, or headstands, or something even more challenging. You can invert for as long as you like before making your way to Shavasana, the final resting pose of integration. And maybe there's some postures or movements you want to add in before you go there. And you might opt for the standard traditional final posture of corpse pose with your legs extended, your feet splayed apart, your hands resting on the ground outside your hips. However, it is more important to be comfortable than it is to be in corpse pose. So if corpse pose is not comfortable for you, find a position that is. You can conclude your practice in any posture where you can be comfortably still for a few minutes of quiet breathing. You might just focus on your breathing. You might just let your mind drift and unfocus. Maybe there's something else you'd like to focus or reflect upon. As your breathing slows down, your body gradually accepts the support beneath it more and more, relaxing more with each exhale. getting a little closer to the ground with each breath. You may just continue unfocused or continue focusing on what you have chosen to focus on, or you might join me in a little body scan meditation. Picture your body at rest as if you're hovering above yourself. Looking to your head, feeling into the contact with the ground. Your shoulders, upper arm, lower arm, your hand, your back on the ground, parts of your back lifting away from the ground and touching down again with the movements of your breathing. The grounding contact in your seat, in your legs, in your feet. So to give yourself some deeper breaths, invite movement back into your body bit by bit, taking your time to let small movements lead to bigger and bigger movements, moving mindfully, knowing there is no rush. Whenever you're ready for bigger movement, you can gently make your way back up to a seated or kneeling position as you like. And bring your hands up by your heart if you want to join us. Thank you for sharing and practice today. The light within me sees and honors and bows to that same light within you. Namaste. Thank you so much. And I need to repeat all this stuff Visit us online at urbanyoga.org or Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center on Facebook to check out the class schedule. Stop by the tip jar. Again, I'm Leo Bray. I'm here Thursdays at 8:15 at the Plaza by the Convention Center. Other teachers will be here Friday and Saturday at 8:15. Kristen herself will be here Sunday at 9:45. And the classes on Zoom are every day. Questions and feedback are always welcome from the people who show up in person, the people who join us on Zoom, people in the future. Hello, future people on YouTube. Leave feedback if you like. Have a wonderful day.